This week on the Roofing Report, construction workers are using a new technology to prevent heat exhaustion, and it looks like an Apple Watch.
Then, Steve Badger started a social media debate when he reposted a video from a company that gives out claim advice. We have got all the details.
Later, we are covering how the insurance crisis is impacting churches.
And we want to know what you think about a new tool that is getting a lot of hate online.
Hey Insiders, welcome back to the Roofing Report. We have a special show for you this week.
That's right, 2 hosts for the price of 1, but that's not the only reason that I'm in town. I am honored, thank you very much, to be the first guest in this new Business Hats podcast studio.
Yes, we have been filming some amazing stuff for you guys. I'm excited to show you the new place, so keep an eye on the Business Hats channel. And don't forget to send any news tips to Sydney@roofinginsights.com.
Now, let's get to the news.
Tools and equipment.
It's summertime and it means contractors everywhere are trying to beat the heat.
Most people know to stay hydrated and take breaks during a heat wave. But what if you could wear a device to help prevent heat exhaustion?
A new technology is here to help prevent overheating. Emirates Global Aluminium says that 50 volunteers are trialling a device that aims to detect symptoms before they even realize it.
That it can measure and calculate if you're entering in any kind of a heat stress situation. So this is
Developed by American company Kenzen, this tech can actually monitor critical health indicators like body temperature, heart rate, and sweat output.
The device is a wearable device. It's worn on the upper arm. It is used to help predict and prevent adverse health events on site. On the back side, you actually have your heart rate sensor, skin temperature, and looks at sweat as well. They'll know through vibration first that their core temperature has raised to a level where they need to stop working. They can also see those values on an app on their phone. The dashboard you're seeing on the screen is a dashboard that is designed for safety.
We could use it during the workout this morning.
And to see if anybody is at risk. You can see the team member's name. You can.
Do you feel like you've been overheating, Pat?
Oh yeah, I know I am. I'm always overheating.
Who to help.
So that story was from 2 years ago. Now these devices are past the testing stage. The Insurance Journal reports the construction workers in the US are actually starting to wear them.
The most popular kinds seem to be the armbands, watches, and earpieces, along with your standard cooling hats and clothing. I would love to know if any roofers in the South are using these tools.
Patrick definitely could use one this morning in a garage and in a sauna.
Look at my face. I'm red just inside right now. I could use one of these now. That's not the only innovation this week. A homeowner came up with custom shingle for his cabin. Take a look at this.
We live off grid in the middle of the national forest on an old gold mine.
I knew it.
And we're saving
Old
this
gold mine.
historic cabin. We custom made all these shingles to give us a custom look to our roof. We wanted to do this on a budget. And so what we actually used was the rolls of roofing material, and I made a jig and we hand cut each one of these shingles. It gives it a nice scalloped look and uses a low-cost material in an aesthetically pleasing way.
So what was the material? It was like underlayment?
I guess it's underlayment, I guess is what he's using
How
there.
did he connect it? I have so many questions.
Does it look maybe in the wood? Did he go directly to wood decking?
Yeah.
Maybe he went directly to wood decking on this, and that's what he has. So basically, did a underlayment, wood decking, no shingle on top. So he just did it like that as a water barrier.
Yeah.
I mean, Dimitri, you're a roofer. What do you think about these shingles right here, man?
I don't know. I need more information about them. I mean, so far so good. Honestly, I built a shed in Atlanta, Georgia. And I use just regular OSB plywood, use it as a siding, paint it. I mean, stuff like this works. Sometimes if you're on a budget, you work with whatever you have. I mean, kudos to this guy. I just love the character.
I love him as a person. I mean, this is a guy that I want to buy from, regardless of what those shingles work or not. I mean, this guy looks like
good sales rep.
Oh yeah. So, but let us know what your take is in the comments. Is this something you would want on your roof? Let us know.
More news is coming up, but first I want to thank our sponsor, Sales Rabbit, for helping us bring you news this week.
Sales Rabbit is a must-have app for door-to-door sales. It's a powerful tool for managing your team in the field, finding your ideal customers, scheduling meetings, and creating contracts.
But the coolest part is the gamification feature. You can coach your team from afar and help them celebrate wins to stay motivated.
Go to salesrabbit.com. Schedule yourself a demo today.
Badger's Corner.
Next up is a good old-fashioned debate on social media. It all started when our friend, the insurance industry lawyer, Mr. Steve Badger himself, reposted this video.
The first step is going to be reading your policy. And when we say read it in full, the reason for that is it may be tempting to only read the portion that they're naming in the policy, right? You have water damage and they name the water damage exclusion.
And they'll quote policy language. You'll get a page with a denial that's saying the sections of the policy that were used to deny that claim.
Yeah.
You don't want to take their word for it that that's the full reflection of your whole policy.
Yeah, or the full reflection of what is relevant from your policy. This is the important part, right? Mm-hmm. So the reason that it is imperative that you read the full policy and just take some time, sit down, grab a cup of coffee, read all 70 pages of it, is because you may find the language that you need in some other portion of that policy, right? In some other area that dives into, extra endorsements or definitions about what they denied, right? You may find something in the definition section related to that denial, or you realize that it's related to the denial, and they didn't name it.
So one of the guys in the video is Cameron Mooney. He is the CEO of Tugboat. According to their website, they review claims and documentation for the homeowners. Then they issue a report that the homeowner can use to communicate with their insurance company.
That's right. Now the debate started when Steve Badger asked if the experts at Tugboat are licensed public adjusters. But a lot of comments were reacting to what Cameron said in his post. He said, as an independent adjuster, he denied hundreds of claims without ever reading policy because it wasn't a requirement, and quick closures meant faster paydays.
A lot of people said, as an insurance adjuster, you would not have the authority to deny claims like that. Cameron responded to some of them to explain his experience, and he also responded to Steve's question. The short version is that Tugboat does not negotiate with insurance companies or give legal advice to homeowners. They just educate and answer questions about their claims and options.
He said that Tugboat is for homeowners who have claims that are too small to be handled by an adjuster. They'll refer people out if they think an adjuster is necessary. Dimitri, I gotta know, what do you think about this company, what they're doing?
It's hard to say. I mean, insurance game and all the third parties, it's a very, very gray area. I think the truth lies somewhere in the middle. I don't want to give my comments, what I really think on the news. I just want to report, and I want to ask my audience, what do you guys think? Comment below who is right, who is in the wrong here.
I couldn't agree more. Public adjusters especially. Love to hear from them on this one.
Insurance.
We have covered home insurance a lot on this channel. Rates are going up all over the country. Hurricanes, floods, and wildfires are a big part of that. But something you don't normally hear about is how those weather events impact churches.
A new article explains how churches in areas hit by natural disasters are losing their property insurance. Sometimes it's before a storm even hits. The companies who specialize in church insurance are losing money like the rest of the industry, so they're cutting customers ahead of time. This is happening in high-risk areas like Texas.
Finding a new provider is almost guaranteed, but could be more expensive. It's a big challenge for churches with smaller congregations that rely on donations, and is just another sign of where the insurance market is today.
That was dumb.
This next one is another debate, but it's a fun one. There's a new invention that's getting a lot of hate online. So today we are doing a poll. Is it a hack or is it dumb?
And I'm going to show you our new Power Stick Pro Elite. This thing just came online about a week and a half ago. Features an extendable grip.
We covered
for
it.
Height users.
We didn't use any.
It's got rare earth super blue magnets inside that are 2 times stronger than our original Power Stick, and a clean off sleeve with a 4-sided wear surface. So you can drag it on concrete, wear one side out, flip it over, use the next side up, flip it over, use the next side
I wonder
up.
what the height is.
Action. It'll pick up these nails from about 2 inches up off the ground. And because the magnet housing is fully packed with nails, you can get them on every single side here. So that allows you to hold up to like 10, 12 pounds of nails before you need to clean it off. And then to clean it off, all you gotta do is push this button, slide the sleeve.
10, 12 pounds on that pole.
So that's our new Power Stick Pro Elite.
Power Stick. Okay, so here are a couple of comments. Bro out here trying to reinvent the magnet. What's the purpose of this other than to charge? I love internet for the comments.
Power Pro Elite Stick, so it's a stick. Don't be a scumbag roofer and throw nails everywhere. Go get a wheeled version, been around for years.
Or just get a good cheap magnet. It will save some time and probably a lot of money. Don't get scammed. Leave your vote, guys, in the comments below. Is it a hack or is it just dumb?
Good news.
Last but not least, some good news. Now I have to admit the roofing connection is pretty loose with this one, but once you see the video, I think you'll get it.
Yes, this is Agave americana plant, also known as a century plant. It blooms once every 10 to 25 years before it dies.
This one is at Longwood Gardens in Pennsylvania, and as you can see, it's so tall that they had to remove part of the roof so they could let it grow. It's 35 feet high, pretty cool.
That's it for news this week. This week's Russian saying is "Дареному коню в зубы не смотрят." I have a great story for you. So this week I received 5 horses. They're about $130 each. Looks like this beautiful piece of art. But it was a big surprise where it came from. So I did a social media post and said, "Hey guys, who sent it to me?" Apparently, it was intended to go to Monarch Roofing, Martin Pettigrew. Oh, wow. Martin Pettigrew have sent me gifts in the past, so actually I thought it could be Martin. So they reached out after they've seen the post and they say, hey, it was a mistake, we ordered from our office, but the address was stored, so pretty much they sent it by mistake. But the Russian proverb of the week is "Дареному коню зубы в зубы не смотрят." So we have very, very famous saying. When someone gifts you a horse, you don't check their teeth. Means always be happy for the gift. Like for example, husbands, if you give your wife a car, she should not be complaining about color. Like a couple of years ago, I gave my beautiful wife beautiful Toyota Sienna unlimited minivan in green color. First she hated it, but my wife is Russian, she better knows it, not to look at the teeth of the horse if it comes as a gift. So now she receives compliments, and we're actually the most complimented color of any vehicle I ever owned. So "Дареному коню в зубы не смотрят." Do not complain about gifts you received. Be thankful even if it's not perfect. That's the meaning of it. See you guys next week.
See you then.